So, okay, I am here at Christ United Methodist Church with Ann Allison, who has been on our board of directors for a while. When did you first become involved with Crossroads?
It was in the 80s, like probably 1985, 86, that I learned more about Crossroads.
What happened that got you involved?
Okay, I was in the United Methodist Women, and I was elected to be on the mission team for the conference, the Rocky Mountain Conference. And they sent me for training, and it was in New York City, where the headquarters of the mission program of the United Methodist Church. And I found out that there were 100 institutional ministries in the U.S., and one of them was in Salt Lake.
Wow.
And so I was excited about that, and I came home and started going down and learning more and representing United Methodist Women on the. Soon thereafter, I went on the board, and close to the end of the 80s, and close to 90. And
wow.
So it's been 30 plus years.
So you just went on emeritus status, but you still are still involved.
Oh yes, I want to stay involved.
Okay.
I just don't want to drive at night.
Bound. So now, a lot of people don't realize that our main food pantry is owned by the United Methodist Women, and that we are a mission institution of the United Methodist Church. How is that important for Crossroads Urban Center in terms of, how do you see that as being important for Crossroads?
Well, because mission is very important in the United Methodist Church. And having it in Salt Lake and knowing that my church is reaching out to help the low-income people, it's just, I'm happy.
And so, for somebody who's not a United Methodist, what does mission mean?
Well, it's been so interesting because our board and the contributors to Crossroads are from many different denominations.
Right.
In Salt Lake City, the Methodists couldn't do it alone.
No.
And so there are other churches that are part of it also, and very much a part. And that volunteers from the different churches come down and help. They help in the food pantry. They help in the store.
Yeah.
And so it's probably important to them because they're taking part in it, and it's part theirs.
Right.
It's
right, and so it isn't.
Too.
It's not. I mean, sometimes when people hear words like mission, they think it's about proselyting, but that's
right. No.
This is. It's about.
This is outreach.
This is about helping people in need, right?
Right.
I mean, and so what I think is kind of unique about Crossroads is that there are churches and other faith communities like Christ UMC where we're at that collect food every single week and drop it off at our food pantry.
That's right. It's just what we do.
Yeah, and so it's about helping, giving, and so Crossroads. What's great about Crossroads is we create ways for people who are concerned about their less fortunate neighbors or their neighbors who are struggling, a way to help those neighbors in a way that they couldn't do it on their own.
And Crossroads never ask, who do you belong to? The clients that come to Crossroads don't have to relate to any of the denominations. It's open to everybody. Everybody.
Probably most of our clients don't even know that we're a mission institution.
No,
that's because that's not. It's about us. It's about us helping people, not
right.
about anything else.
No. There's no judgment, and that's great. And I've learned that from Crossroads. I found that the people on the board are so dedicated, and our board is filled every month. We have a big group every month that come together, and nowadays, that's not the usual way.
No, we have a big board and most people make it to most of the meetings.
Most of them do, yes.
It's,
So they're really dedicated. And then, and there are people on the board that come from the clients.
yeah,
And we're required to have an even board, that we have, the people we're serving should have a say in how they're served and what their needs are. So I just love that about Crossroads.
yeah, working together with people and not just serving people.
Right.
Without their input.
With their input, yeah.
Right.
That's really important to me.
Okay. Well, what would you like to see, how would you like to see Crossroads grow in the next
Well,
while?
I'd like to see them not have to have so many clients, but but that's not gonna happen.
No.
It's getting worse probably. I'd just like to see it go, to fill the needs and know the needs and do the things that people, just help people the way they're needed.
Okay.
And the advocacy
Yeah.
at the legislature.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd like to see that make a big difference,
yeah.
and I think it does.
Well, we are unique because we don't just
Absolutely.
help people with food and clothing, but we also go up to the legislature so less people need to advocate for policies that will make less people need to come to us.
That's right. And not very many mission outreaches and do that.
Yeah.
That was unique.
Has it always been that way?
As long as I can remember, but I don't.
Well, you've been involved for most of the history of Crossroads.
Yeah. And it seems like it's been that way for a long time. I don't think it was probably as organized, maybe, as it is now, as it has been in the last 20 years.
Huh.
Because, they have days for the different denominations to go and go up to the legislature and listen and see
Right.
and help.
Okay.
So that's something that's really good about it.
Well, what's one way that people can get involved with Crossroads?
They can just come down or call and come down and help at the food pantry, or they can go to the store and help. I always think, I like to go to the store and just sort.
Yeah.
Not many people like to do that, but I think it's interesting.
So, we do one thing about our store people don't always realize is that we give away 11 items for every one that we sell. Do you?
I don't remember the statistics, but I know that we give away more than we sell.
A lot more.
Yeah, a lot more. Yeah.
Which is
And that's our purpose, though.
yeah, we talked about renaming it one time, I think, but we
Yeah.
wanted to maintain. We wanted people to know that they could come in and buy things.
Right. And I love to go there and look and see what's there, and
It is a fun little store.
I usually take something home.
Yeah.
I usually buy something every time I go.
Well, that's another way people can get involved. They can go buy stuff at our store.
Oh, that's right, that's a good
The
one.
thrift store, yeah.
Yeah.